We're at 4 o'clock. James, thank you. Call to order the Board of Public Works for Wednesday, December 11th. The Board of Public Works is made up of 3 members. There are 2 here right now. Ann Jacobson, who's the city engineer, or city attorney, and Eric Lindman, myself, who's the Director of Public Works and Utilities. Mary Ann Grote, the Finance Director, is also a member of the Board of Public Works. The purpose of today's public hearing is to take testimony and comments regarding special assessments for street and alley reconstruction projects. Comments received will be referred to the Infrastructure and Facilities Committee on December 12th, which is tomorrow at 5:15 p.m. Infrastructure and Facilities Committee may approve, disapprove, or direct changes in assessments. Recommendation by the Infrastructure and Facilities Committee will go to the Common Council on January 14th at 6:30 p.m. All property owners received the notice of public hearing, which was published November 22nd. The notice does not have to be read if people in attendance have no objection of dispensing with the reading. I'd like to just go over what the special assessment rates are. For alley assessment, it is $15 per linear foot. For street assessment, it is $55 per linear foot. For sewer lateral replacements, it's $500 each. The drive approach is estimated at a square foot price of $8 per square foot. And the installation of new sidewalk is estimated at $16 per linear foot. That would be installation of sidewalk where none exists at this time.
Eric, could I
Yeah.
just mention that
Sure.
alley paving, it's an estimate of 15, it'll actually be the cost of the asphalt.
Got it. Okay. So yeah, that's an estimate. Thanks, Alan. We will have staff here after the public hearing to answer specific questions on properties, questions on the project itself, as the public hearings for taking comment on special assessments. At this time, I'd introduce TJ. He's our project manager, project engineer for these projects, to go over the overall scope of the work.
So I'm the engineer working on the design, and I'll be the main point of contact during construction as well. I'm just going to go over a brief overview of what you can expect during construction. These projects are going to be some major projects. We only expect to do this once every 75 to 100 years on each street. So you are going to be experiencing a major reconstruction of the road, and there will be some inconveniences, but hopefully we can limit those to our best ability. Before construction, we will be sending out more information on contact information that will include my information, our inspector. So we'll have a city representative out there whenever the contractor's working. You'll have their cell phone information, my information, and then we'll also include the contractor's information. So with that, the construction is going to be complete replacement of sanitary sewer, water main, and the storm sewer where it's needed. The street, as you can imagine, some of this sanitary sewer is 20 feet deep, so we're going to be taking up and excavating the entire width of the road to get those utilities in. So there will be portions where you will not be able to access your home, but before that happens, we will notify you. But before the contractor leaves for the day and before they get there, the street will be closed up. And what I mean by that, the trenches will be closed up and it will be drivable, so you can get to and from your house to leave early in the morning and then to come back at night. Now, the contractors do work some late hours, so where they are working is going to change during the day from when you leave and when you come back in the morning. And so that might be one of the inconveniences, but rest assured, you will be able to get home at night. So the roads will be closed to non-residential traffic or to through traffic. So hopefully that'll limit the traffic on the streets. The only people that should be on the streets are the contractors and people trying to get to and from their homes. During the project, we will have continuous mail delivery. Most likely, we're going to be setting up mailbox clusters. in a couple of different locations, depending on how large the street or what phase they're doing. That will only be for letter mail. Once those clusters are set up, any parcel deliveries will be sent and saved at the postal service, so that you'll have to actually pick up any boxes that are sent out. Again, we'll send out letters when they plan on starting that and when it's going to be stopping, and you'll receive, get your regular mail delivery. Garbage collection, that'll happen as it typically does on your normal days. What we will ask you to do is to bring your garbage to the end of your driveway, and if the garbage truck cannot get there, the contractor will bring it to a nearby intersection before the garbage collection happens, and then bring it back to your driveway when they're done. When your water main is being replaced, we will have to set up temporary water. So you'll have pretty much a 2-inch PVC line running up and down your street. We'll bury it at your driveways so that you can drive over it, but it will be exposed along the sidewalk in other areas. But the water will be just like city water. We have to test that temporary water before it goes in, so it'll be just like receiving your normal city water. As Eric mentioned, there is an assessment for driveway approaches. Typically, we have to replace those where we are changing grade. And a lot of these streets have been deteriorated because of poor drainage. So there is going to be some changes in grade. So most likely, at least to the sidewalk, the driveway approach is going to have to be replaced. When we do replace that, we typically ask that you stay off that driveway portion for approximately a week. So you will not be able to get into your driveway towards the end of the project. But by the time that happens, all utilities are going to be in, the curb is going to be in, so you can park in the street overnight, during the day, as long as you're not inhibiting any construction work on the driveways themselves. So there'll be about a 2-week period when you can't get into your driveway. Other than that, if you do have questions, Alan and I will be up in front to answer any specific questions on your property or any of the construction processes.
Thanks, DJ. At this time, I would like to open the public hearing for the 2025 street construction projects and the 2025 alley paving project. Project areas are Cherry Street from West Wausau Avenue to Randolph Street, Randolph Street from Burrick Avenue to Merrill Avenue, Fulton Street from North First Street to North 7th Street, First Street and River Drive from McIndoe Street to 300 feet north of Fulton Street, and Second Street from Short Street to DeKalb Street, and the alley bounded by South First Avenue, South Third Avenue, Sherman Street, and Rosecrans Street. So anyone who wants to provide public comment, please approach the podium, state your name and address for the record, and provide comments. I have to ask 3 times, but yeah, come on up.
Dale Burgoyne. What else did you need?
Your address, please.
Oh, 1702 Leonard Street, Wausau, Wisconsin, 54401. I'm going to be talking about your project of Cherry Street. I know that street is a really bad street, and it's really going to be good for those people that have that done. But the next street over of First Avenue from East Merrill Avenue to Burke Street, that section is so bad that people have to like swerving down the roads to miss all the holes. And it's the main thoroughfare from 3rd Avenue going up to, over to Burke, and all those people up to Burke, all those people use North First Avenue. And it has probably 50 times the traffic of other streets because of all of that traffic going, spreading north and spreading east of the river. And it's probably only the 2 streets that are involved in that is between East or North First Avenue, between East Thoreau Bridge and Randolph Street. That's been patched over and patched over for the last 30 years. And whoever decided to use the new cement to fill these holes maybe should find another job, because all that stuff does is, after it's put down into the road and then it evaporates and gets the moisture out, it settles, so you got the same hole only half filled.
So I appreciate that. We'd be happy to talk to you after this. This public hearing is for special assessments on the projects that we're proposing for 25. But after, we'd be happy to talk to you about other streets and other concerns that you might have.
Well, as part of it is the Cherry Street and North First Avenue are run parallel to each other, and all the traffic.
Correct, but the public hearing strictly for the special assessments that are being assessed along the project corridors.
I thought it was for the Cherry Street construction and,
As it relates to the special assessments, yes.
okay,
Yeah,
all right.
okay. Ask for a second time. Anyone want to come up and comment on special assessments?
My name's Andrew Clement. I live at 1108 Cherry Street. I have a question on the $55 per lineal foot of the driveway, or I mean the road length. There's a business across the street from our houses on Cherry Street, and so I was curious if those businesses, the commercial property, has to pay the same amount per lineal foot as the residential areas do. And the reason I'm asking is because there's major semi-traffic that goes up and down our street because of Marathon Electric there. And they've pulled up onto the curb and stuff when they're turning around and whatnot in front of my house, which is not good for the curbs, and I'm sure is cracking them and whatnot. Curb in front of my house is in really bad shape, so. But my question, I guess, my main question is, are we paying the same amount as all that commercial traffic that's coming down that road when it's not monetary to us to, for that business, you know what I'm saying?
Understand what you're saying.
So,
Yeah, you
You want to respond now or wait till after all the
yeah, you can
comments are taken?
respond now. That's correct.
Sure. The businesses are paying the same $55 per foot. No matter whether you're residential or commercial, they do pay the same amount.
All right, my name's Ryan Keene. I live at 906 South First Avenue, and I'm here concerning the alleyway.
Okay.
Okay. For the last couple of years, I've been asking to have some granite or something brought in. All Public Works would do, every now and then, when the holes got so bad, they'd bring a grader in and a roller. That has been worn up for so many years, it's all sand. They dig down far enough with the grader to build stuff up and pull up rocks. I asked them last fall if they could please patch the hole on the north end of my alleyway. That'd be Alton First on Sherman Street side. They went to the south end of the road, fixed that alleyway, and blacktopped it about 40 or 50 feet up. Never even filled the hole on the north end. So then finally I asked, how do I get my alleyway fixed? So then I had to get a petition started.
Okay.
I mean, they had been in there, I don't know how many times grading, never put any granite in, no road bed, no nothing. To me, that was a waste of money. They would grade it, roll it with the roller, get one rainfall, and every pothole just get bigger. I've seen other alleyways that got done, and I'm wondering if the price has changed. Has the price gotten higher now or no? Because I'm sure it's costing the city a good deal of money just to grade it and roll it all these times instead of just fixing it right the first time.
Sure. So, yeah, I mean, our response to alleys is really just maintaining those based on complaints. And as our crews go through the city and they see issues. Yeah.
Yeah, even your crews
Yeah.
don't like doing it. They said, I don't know why we're doing this. I mean, I know a lot of the guys that work for Public Works, and they say the same thing. This is a waste of time, but this is what we have to do. We do what we're told. So I'm just thinking the city could save money if you'd at least bring some granite or road bed. Do something besides just grade it and keep turning the sand over.
Sure.
That doesn't do any good at all.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep. Appreciate the comments. I'll ask a third time. Anyone else want to come up and speak? Not seeing any, or, yeah, come on up. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Annie Williams, and my house is 903 South 3rd Avenue between Sherman and 3rd, Wausau, Wisconsin, 54401.
Okay.
It's my understanding that you're going to do the alley, am I right?
That's correct.
Good, because there's a lot of families that's the only entrance, and there's people who are handicapped and needs that alley. And I know most of the time we get only complaints, you get only complaints,
Sure.
but I'm really happy that you're going to finally, even if it's based on complaint or not, I'm very happy that you're going to have it done, even if it's in 75 years or whatever you said.
Yeah.
But I'm very happy because there is people in need
Yeah.
for that alley. And I'm not affected because my house is in a corner, so I have other exit, but there's families that they don't have any extra exit, so thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. God
For
bless
sure.
you.
Yeah.
Well, my name is Long Moore, the owner of the 933 South 3rd Avenue.
Okay.
I don't have any problem with the project with the alley, but my question is, after the project, the city going to be billed to us, that be requires a lump sum payment, or it going to be make a monthly payment based on the bills?
Right. Do you want to go over the timing on the billing? Is that Lori?
After the project, you will receive a special assessment bill. If the amount is over $300, you would have until October 31st to pay it. If it's over $300, if you don't pay it by October 31st, it would get rolled over onto your tax bill. And then you could pay it over a period of 5 years with your first installment with each tax bill.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? I'm seeing none, so at this time, I'll close the public hearing. We are at the end of our, you,
So if anyone wants to talk about the alley in particular, or First and Fulton, see me. If you want to talk about Cherry or Randolph, see TJ. We'll be at the separate tables up here.
Motion to adjourn?
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, everyone, for coming, but yeah, we will be up here to answer questions that you might have.